Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jeb Plays Kerbal Space Program. Today I'm joined by my brother-in-law, Martin. So, say hello, Martin.
Hello.
Martin, what's your experience with Kerbal Space Program?
It's average. I got it. Played the demo the other day, and Jamie kindly bought it for me for my birthday yesterday. And played a few go-throughs. It was completely disastrous, and everything went wrong. I got one into space, but it just floated and didn't do much.
Okay, so you got something into space then?
It did, yeah, it wasn't pretty, but
Okay.
I got it up there.
Alright, fair play. Well, you've seen my previous two videos.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now, we need to get a 2.5 metre probe, which is one of the big probes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you might have seen the Rockomax engines and stuff when you had a little play. We need to get that up 75 kilometres and then land it, so that shouldn't be too difficult. The only problem is I'm not entirely sure how we're going to shape this thing, so let's select that mission and we'll give it a go, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
So most of mine just fall off the pad completely and just drop, and then shoot off in a 45-degree angle somewhere else.
So we need the RCL01, which is this one. So this is one of the big ones. Let's bring it up a bit. So what I found in my previous videos was that actually jet engines seem to do quite a good job. So what do we need? We need the Rockomax brand adapter, I think, at the top. Yeah, cool. So I'm just trying to add the stuff on the top here, which we're going to need. So things like the batteries we're going to need.
What are batteries for?
Oh right, yes, of course. So the probe body here is it doesn't have people in it, so it's steered electrically essentially. So you need electricity to actually make these things work.
That'd be again where I went wrong.
Yeah, quite possibly, yes. Yeah, you run out of electricity and you can't steer it. So if you ended up in space and you weren't able to steer or anything.
Yeah, I think that was my issue the first time around because it just stayed there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm also going to stick an ASAS module on, so we talked about this last night,
That's
didn't we?
when it turns and you can keep it straight, kind of?
Yeah, so you can lock it in place, essentially.
Yeah, so they don't get sick.
Hung a parachute on top. So this looks ugly as ass already, but never mind. In terms of what we do in the sort of bottom half, the problem is with the amount of money we've got, I don't think we're going to be able to do any of these big ones. So if I go for a big tank like that... okay, alright. That's not actually as bad as I expected it to be. So what about grabbing a Rockomax Poodle engine or something?
A Poodle engine?
A Poodle engine, yes, little
Okay,
engine.
okay.
Those are ridiculously pricey. You see, there's over 10,000 things. So this is a plug-in for Kerbal Space Program that we're playing with.
Okay.
So it adds this sort of career mode to it.
Okay. I played Sandbox and yeah.
Well, that's the normal mode. I mean, that's what comes with Kerbal Space Program. So, so let's not go with a big one. Let's just go with a little tank.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? And we want to have a little engine with that. I'm thinking we just go with something like that. I fear we're missing something. RCS. We need RCS, don't we? So RCS. You've got no idea what RCS is, do you?
No idea. No.
Right. Okay. That's massive. Let's go for a little one. So RCS is reaction control system, I think, or reactive control system, or something like that. Basically, it allows you to use these little thruster blocks when you're in space, which like burst out, I don't know, monopropellant, whatever the hell that stuff is, which allows you to steer yourself while you're in space.
Okay.
So
space thrusters, basically.
Yeah. So I'm going to stick 4 of them on using the symmetry mode in the bottom corner. So this is something.
That's what that button does.
Yeah, I did try and tell my sister, his wife, about this last night. Over the phone while he was playing, but
when I called in disaster.
Yeah. Right, so let's stick with that. Okay, so this is our upper stage. So what we're going to do is a 2-stage rocket.
Okay.
What I do need to make sure I do is separate that out, in fact, to that section, so as that we don't end up with the parachute going at the same time as the rocket engine.
That again, maybe where I was going wrong. But,
yeah, it's a little bit tricky making sure you get this right. It may be different in your version because you're playing on a more up-to-date version of Kerbal. Okay. You're playing on 0.21, I'm playing on 0.2 because it's the version that I started this video series on, so I pulled this off and we're playing with this version instead.
And I think I know what stages are. So stages where it separates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the lower atmosphere, you're wanting stuff which can speed you up quicker because you've got to struggle against air resistance. When you're in space, it's really easy to turn around and stuff, so it's not really a problem. Right, other things that we need to get something to help us push up higher. So what I'm going to do is actually have jet engines. So you saw this in the previous video, that jet engines seem to be a really cheap way of getting yourself up there. Not the massive engines, so massive fuel tanks. So let's have 2 of them, not 4.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It just allows you to sort of lay stuff out quite nicely.
I was doing things individually and placing them individually to make sure
and so they're not balanced.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. You've also got the angle snap mode, so you noticed that it was like locking onto particular positions going round. That's what angle snap gives you. That's always on though, I think. So that should have been on when you were playing. He says. I'm also going to put some air intakes on the top. So this will, because jet engines, they require air as well as fuel.
Okay.
So think about an airplane with jet engines.
Yeah,
on.
so
it
needs to
sucks air
blow
in.
in,
Yeah, exactly. And we'll stick a couple of them on there as well, just to get some, again, air intake. Okay. So this is all just to pull air into the system. Now, the problem is this top bit is bigger than the bottom bit, so I don't know how good Kerbal physics is. This may not actually suck in any air.
Yeah, because they can't get around the top.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
If you look at the shadow, that's kind of
oh dear.
Suggested. That's brilliant.
Oh dear. Yeah, say no more there.
We know what we can call the spacecraft.
Shush. Right, so I'm hoping this should get us up. All we need to do is get up to 75 kilometres and get back down again. So this should be really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've gone up that high, so I can do it.
So let's give this a name. So what are we going to call this? The Martin version 1? Martiv. Don't know how I spelt that badly wrong.
Do we have to have my name linked to the shadow of that thing?
Fine, we'll just call it the Jeb Mark II then. Or Jeb Mark III or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Jeb Mark III. Yeah, that's an unfortunate shape, isn't it? So let's give this a go and launch it then. Yeah?
Yeah.
I have no idea if this is going to work or not. I've probably missed a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm hoping this looks sensible enough. It's the middle of the night apparently, but c'est la vie. I'm going to put SAS on and let's see if we can get this to go up.
You put SAS on before you launch?
Yeah, so it keeps us facing straight up.
Oh, okay, again.
So
Where was going wrong?
So 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
There we go. It takes a little while with the jet engines for them to spin up.
Okay, mine just shoot straight into the air.
Yeah, you were using different types of engines. Oh, the one thing I haven't got on here is wings, so I don't know if these are vectoring engines or not.
So what I had to do as well was look, I had to move the camera so it looks down the rocket.
Right, okay. So
Yeah.
what you do is you actually use this. So it's imagine it's a ball that's weighted spinning in the water, which is what these are in real life.
Tutorials quite long.
There's a tutorial on Kerbal? Okay.
Well, there's a,
I didn't even know there was one, to be honest. So I'm just slowing the engines down a bit because they're overheating a little bit down there, as you can see.
I did, yeah. Okay, I always just reduced it straight away.
Right, okay. No, you can just sort of bring it down a little bit and just balance it. So we're going up at quite a speed. One thing I'm going to do is bring up the resources panel so you can see how much air is coming in on the intakes.
Okay.
When it gets to a certain level, one of these engines is going to cut out and it's going to try and spin out. Okay?
Yeah. So then you get this.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually going to try and boost up faster while I've still got the air to do this. Yeah, the fuel, it just does not go down with these engines. There we go. You see?
Oh dear, oh dear. Now it's like one of my missions.
Yeah, this is not going as well. Turn the engine down. Turn the engine down. RCS on.
That was nicely saved. That was nicely saved.
This was not nicely saved.
Oh, well, compared to one of mine.
But we are still going up, so yay. Let me stick that on. Whoa, hello. SAS did not work, and I've run out of fuel.
Well,
Wow.
It
Um,
you still got higher than what I did.
So I'm pressing H to use the monopropellant straight up, just to try and help us push ourselves up. I don't think we're going to get 75 kilometres though.
Speeding up? You're speeding up a bit more?
No, we're not. We're slowing down. Surface speed. No, surface speed's just here.
Oh, okay.
So we are slowing down.
You're getting higher though.
Yeah, we are at the moment, but not for long. This is the problem.
Oh, it's starting to slow down now.
Yeah, yeah, we are not hitting 75 kilometres, I don't think. 40 maybe, not 75. Oh dear. Come on, keep going up, keep going up.
40,000 already.
Yeah, yeah, but it's not going to hit 75 kilometres, is it?
No.
Right, okay. This was a bust.
Yeah. So we'll call this, definitely.
Yeah, so you see the orbital speed stopped going up because I'm just going sideways at that speed. I'm coming back down now. So, well.
Well, might as well make fun of it. Just aim it towards the ground and.
Yeah, but aiming it towards the ground, all I've got is these engines which do nothing. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure how helpful that's going to be, but so that be. Right, so let's...
Well, lesson learned, you know.
You know what, let's...
You're going to reset to...
Yeah, let's go back to the vehicle assembly building, and I'm going to... because our budget's all gone now. Let's...
What about the wings? Would that do anything different?
Rewind this.
Okay.
There we go. So we've rewound. Pretend that's not happened, okay?
Noted.
Noted. Yes, good. Right, so select mission package. We're just going to grab our mission again. Select mission. Right, so long story short, we have nowhere near enough fuel for this engine up here. So let's stick ourselves a much bigger fuel tank on, I'm thinking.
It was good for me, so I can learn it.
Yeah.
I know not to do that.
Yeah, don't do what I do. That's generally speaking in life a good lesson to learn. So this, I'm hoping, is going to help us get up. I don't think we need the wings, because I think there's vectors anyway. Yeah, they've got thrust vectoring enabled,
Okay.
which means that they basically steer the bottoms of them, so you can steer a little bit.
Okay.
So now that we've done that, let's save the ship and actually launch it with enough fuel to make it. So,
Jeff Mark 3.5.
shush, that first one didn't happen, okay? And I realise people aren't actually watching this on YouTube, but if anyone does watch this on YouTube, it didn't happen. Yeah, agreed?
So what are you going to land?
No, I'm not. I forgot to put SAS on at the very start, but we're okay. Just a little bit. Take that off. Thrust vectoring. There we go. I'm actually going to try and use as much throttle as I can here, because we're going to be nowhere near running out of fuel at this level.
So it runs out and you need to debug before you can run it off.
Yeah, because it runs out of air. That's the problem. So what I'm trying to do is get us as quick as we possibly can be just before we run out of air. So we ran out of air at what, about 30-something thousand metres, wasn't it? So when we get close-ish to that, I'm actually going to push the engines up to full to try and get as much speed out of it as we can. So maybe say 25k. So hopefully this will go a little bit better than last time, because we do have a lot more fuel, because last time I think we had a quarter of the amount of fuel we've got this time.
Well, that lasted not long, so
No, what last time, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah.
not travelling as fast as I previously thought.
I don't know, I think we're climbing pretty quickly. It was 30 something, wasn't it?
You got to 4 million.
Yeah, I'm just wondering when this runs out. It might run out a lot sooner, that's my worry. Yeah, that.
You're starting to hit resistance.
Yeah. There we go. Whoop. Switch off SAS, manually control that to point in the right direction, and lock it back in. There we go. So I'm actually lowering the throttle a little bit. Not really sure why, because we haven't really got any atmosphere to deal with. So in fact we should just go full blown forwards and just fight gravity as much as possible. So this should...
So how much fuel would you need ideally to get back to Earth?
To get...
To land it again?
Well, it depends, because we're only landing this with a parachute. We don't really need that much fuel, because you don't need anything to get back down with.
But it would just take longer.
Yeah. Let's have a look at what our apoapsis... Oh, our apoapsis is more than high enough, we're fine. So, sorry, apoapsis.
What's that?
Apoapsis is the point of the orbit that's furthest away from the thing that you're orbiting.
Right.
So this, as much as that doesn't look like an orbit, that is an ellipse that just goes inside the Earth, or inside Kerbin rather. So there's an apoapse there, and there is a periapse that will be somewhere here at like minus God knows how many meters.
So you can move that?
And so the way that you move it is you add speed to your orbit to increase your apoapse, and you reduce speed from your orbit to reduce your periapse. So we've actually finished this goal now. Yay!
Got to land it yet.
So now we just need to land, yes. So N for map mode, by the way.
Well, 90,000. You went to get to 75.
Yeah. We may have slightly overdone this, so let's time warp and whee.
There we go.
So we're now coming back down. So now all we need to do is land. Yep.
Okay.
So I've actually popped the parachute already. It doesn't look like it's popped, but it will pop shortly.
Okay.
Are we at 1 times speed here? Okay, so let's speed up a little bit.
Did that auto kick in those things?
Yeah, so because of the stuff, it was trying to spin a little bit, but that's alright. So the parachutes, yeah. I'm on fire a little bit. And even the parachute itself is actually on fire a little bit as well, which is just lovely. But that's fine. And now what we're going to do is, so you see there's actually like wind coming off of here and stuff because we're going really, really quite quickly. I'm going to slow it down because we've got a ton of fuel now.
Yeah.
I'm going to slow it down before we hit the ground, just to try and help us to get down a little bit more easily. So the parachute pops open at 500 metres, so you saw the original video where it just dropped off the bottom. I'm going to try and make sure that we're slow at 500 metres. So about 2,000, I guess, we can start slowing ourselves down a little bit.
Yeah, land on a mountain.
So there we go, you see, slowing ourselves ridiculously quickly.
That's pretty cool. Hey.
Whoops. Be very careful, you don't want to go upwards, that's the one main thing. And the parachute's popped. Oh, I missed that. So, thank you, Martin, for noticing things. Right, okay, so we're just coming down. I'm hoping this is reasonably flat. It doesn't look that flat, but well, it might do. Maybe it is.
There's the mountain, so you
Yeah, it's not the edge of a cliff, so that's probably for the best. Let's speed this up as we come down.
Easy.
Well, yeah, this is assuming the whole thing doesn't explode the moment it hits the floor.
Does that happen?
It can do.
Oh.
Like that.
But you're okay though? Oh!
Yep, we're good.
I think it wasn't manned.
We lost that piece, which was just a structural piece, and we lost the engine, which is quite expensive, but c'est la vie. Throttle down.
Wind's
There we go.
win.
Hide finishing goal. There we go. All goes complete. We can finish the mission. Finish the mission. Recycle end flight, so we get another 5,000. So we've actually made some money on that
There you
mission,
go.
which
A win is a win.
is better than anything that I've ever done before. So, hooray! Hooray!
I love it.
Right. So, thank you for your time, Martin.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm hoping to do more of these with some people in the future. So, hoping to get Kirsty, my sister Kirsty, down here, my fiance, a few of my mates, Matt, and so on. Try and get them all down, and we'll record an episode
Well,
each.
I'm privileged that I'm the first guest. Thank
You are the first guest. Yes. So, anyway, thank you everyone for your time, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.